A lot of times when, women are single mothers and they have sons, especially sons that are like that 15, 16, 17 range, a lot of times men just do not want to date them. And they don't want to date them for definitely one major reason. If they have a son or sons around that age range, not if he's like 2 or 3 years old, but that range, that is an issue and a problem. Case in point, I want you to watch what this single mother is dealing with her son. And look and ask yourself this question. Do you think a man want to come into this situation?
You better stop walking up on me and putting your hands in my face. I'm not none of them little boys.
You know what I do?
Stop playing with me. Ain't no moving no camera out your face so everybody can see how you act, y'all. This is my 16-year-old son.
So what?
Because if you finna do all this, you can get out my house.
Nah, I don't care.
No, you're not finna be in my house with this.
I'm finna go spin a block right now.
What you
bro.
mean? What if they follow you home?
So what? That's on them.
You
bro.
can do what you want to do, but you have to
out,
think
bro.
about everybody else,
So
though.
what,
you have to think about the people that live at this house.
You're
You're not thinking about the people that
bro.
live here. You got siblings that live here.
Right now,
you're not the
bro.
only one that live here.
Ma, you don't understand. I'm in this shit.
What you mean? I don't care. You
it.
can get out of it.
Ain't no
you
getting out of
choosing
it.
not to get out of it.
Ain't no getting
and
out
look
of
how
it.
you
I'm
dress. You
in
got
it.
all this mask and stuff on, boy. You don't even look right. You
right
wasn't
now.
even raised
You
like
can't
that.
stop me from
You wasn't
gonna
even
get to
raised
it.
like that.
You
You
know
better
what I
stop walking up on me because
You
I'm
know
not
what
none
I
of them
do.
little boys.
You know
You
what I
better
do.
stop walking up
You
on
know
me and
what I
putting your
do.
hands in my
You
face
know
because I'm
what I
not none
do.
of them little boys.
You know what I do?
Stop
Who that
playing
camera
with
on
me.
my face?
Ain't no moving no camera out your face so everybody can see how you act, y'all. This is my 16-year-old son.
So what?
And this is what he does. So you want to spin
you
blocks.
gonna
What the fuck does that even mean?
You
What
gonna
does
call my
spinning blocks
daddy,
even
uncle,
mean?
anybody you want to call? I'm out here.
But what if they follow you home? Your siblings live here.
Bro, so what? If it's gonna be that,
You don't
then.
care about your siblings? You don't care about what happens to them? If they come shoot up this house, then what? If somebody follow you home, then what? What are you supposed to do? This is my 16-year-old son. He don't go to school. He walk around looking like this.
Now, what man want to come into that? Think about that. That boy is out here trying to be a super thug, and you know good and well there's only two ends for the super thug. Either the cemetery or the penitentiary. That's it. The cemetery or cell block D. That's it. That's the only place two places you're going to go being a super thug. There's no retirement in that. And just as much you think you tough and you going to spin the block and do whatever you're going to do, somebody going to do that on you. And for him not to care about bringing that mess to his family's home where his mama at or whatever. Listen, this is the thing. She said that you wasn't raised like that. Let me talk about that. I'm a parent and I have children and even grown children too. And I can tell you as a parent, you can do your best to raise your child the best way you can, to teach them the best, do everything that you want to do with your children. The unfortunate part of American society is a big unfortunate. The unfortunate part in American society is that parents don't have the power they used to have in this country. You can do all you can to raise your children right, and they still can turn out wrong. Not because you did anything wrong. It's just they make their own choices. They make their own decisions. Now, none of my children is not out there being a super thug. Thank God. I got one son and he's not no super thug at all. I have the rest. I have daughters and they're not there thugging it and loving it and nothing like that. But they still make decisions that I wouldn't have made or their mother wouldn't have made. You know what I'm saying? And they live their life how they live their life. They may do things, be around people, whatever. That's something you never taught them, never introduced to them, or whatever the case may be. So as a parent, sometimes you be like, well, where did I go wrong? Because I tried my best to do what's right with this boy. But unfortunately, when they get to that teenage stage, they got to have their father. I'm a firm believer of this. If that you co-parent very well with the father, y'all not together, but y'all co-parent very, very well. By the time that boy get about 10 years old, you need to send that boy to his daddy and say, look, son, I love you and I'm going to come see you, but you got to go live with your daddy from 10 on up to 18 because he not going to try that mess on his father. He'll try it on his mama, but his father, no. Only a man can teach a son how to be a proper man out here. And the problem in the black community is that we have too many people trying to raise sons who shouldn't be raise them. That's single mothers. It shouldn't be happening at all, right? But unfortunately, they got to do what they got to do in those situations. So if you can, send your son to his father. If you know he's a good man and he's going to do right, send that boy to his daddy. That'd be the best thing you can do. Kind of like the situation when boys in the hood. The mama sent him to his daddy. You know, even though the daddy lived in a rough area. Oh, yes, he lived in a rough area. Even though the dad taught him what was right, he still was hanging around people that he shouldn't have been hanging around, right? In Boys in the Hood. But still, send him with his dad. Send him over there. That's the best place for him.